Hello everyone, my name is Brooke and welcome back to my channel. I am a previous Disney cast member who has stayed at every single Walt Disney World Resort hotel, and most recently I also just became a official Disney vacation planner, which I am so excited for. So if you are looking to book your Disney or Universal vacation, make sure you check out the links in the description down below. That will take you to my Instagram and Facebook pages, as well as the instructions on how you can get a absolutely free quote from me on how to book your Disney vacation. But yes, you read the title right. I have stayed at every single Walt Disney World Resort hotel. This includes all the value resorts, all the moderate resorts, the deluxe resorts, the villas, and also the Swan, Dolphin, some of the Disney Springs area hotels, and some Disney Good Neighbor hotels as well. I have made it my mission over the last few years to do them all, and I'm so excited to share with you today a little bit about what I learned along the way, what I absolutely loved, what you need to know about each hotel, and of course my favorites too. That being said, I will say I haven't stayed at all of these resorts recently. They've all been since 2012, but I've only done 18 out of the 21 Walt Disney World Resort hotels since 2021. So there are a couple that I did do a while ago, just to be noted, and I know they've done some renovations and changed since, but all that means to me is that I guess I'll just have to do those once again. The question you're probably wondering right off the bat is, how did I do this? And I'm not gonna say it wasn't without effort, it wasn't without savings. Some of the ways I did it, have done it in the past, has been, of course, purchasing directly through Disney. I try my best to find as many deals as I can and try to travel in the lower seasons, which is where I am able to get deals. When I was a Disney cast member, I was also able to get ridiculous deals on hotels, and I would go and just do a one-night staycation. Of course, a lot of people don't have the ability to do that, so that is a big reason as to why I was able to check a lot off. Back in 2022, me and my mom did a resort hopping vacation, and we managed to stay at 7 different resorts in 8 nights, and that was a big reason I was also able to check a lot of these resort hotels off. I would definitely not recommend that to a Disney first timer, second timer. Me and my mom love Disney resort hotels. We really didn't even go to the parks. I think I went to the parks one day because I had an annual pass. So that's kind of how I was able to do this. I will say the best way to book a Disney World Resort hotel is always directly through Disney, and of course through a Disney vacation planner. They know the most about the resort hotels and also are able to get you the best deal available. The hotel I would say I've also spent the most nights at, and the hotel that is my absolute favorite, is Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter Resort. I did my first stay there in 2022, and since then I have spent a combined total of over 3 weeks staying at Disney's Port Orleans Resort French Quarter specifically. Second to that would be Disney's Pop Century Resort. Pop Century is definitely my go-to for a budget Disney vacation. So now that we've covered a little bit about how I was able to do this, let's talk about why I love Disney resort hotels so much. I feel like you hear all the time about people love going to the theme parks, and a lot of people do have a favorite Walt Disney World Resort hotel, but I don't think you hear as much about the people that adore the Walt Disney World Resorts the way I do. I am more than okay going down to Walt Disney World and only spending a day at a Walt Disney World Resort if I don't enter a theme park. Would I love to enter a theme park? Of course, but if I went and just did 7 days at a Walt Disney World Resort, I would be very, very happy. And one of the main reasons for this is it's a taste of the magic, but in a very relaxing setting. At a Walt Disney World Resort, you get to go at your own pace, but there's still a lot of that really happy, energetic theme park energy in the air. You can still see the fireworks from a lot of the Walt Disney World Resort hotels. You can spend the day relaxing in the pool, but you'll still see Disney characters, see Disney theming, get to experience, you know, the amazing Disney food and drinks, the Disney transportation systems. We all love a good monorail ride. There's a lot of different reasons why Disney World hotels are a piece of the magic, but in a very relaxing way. Another reason, and I've talked about this a lot, is the Walt Disney World Refillable Drink Mug program. You can purchase a Walt Disney World Resort drink mug at your resort hotel, and this resort mug is refillable at various beverage stations around Walt Disney World resorts. So if you purchase a resort mug at the Caribbean Beach quick service, there's a resort mug refill station by the Caribbean Beach pool. If you want to go hopping over and take the Skyliner over to Disney's Riviera Resort and maybe have your lunch there one day, you can bring that resort refillable drink mug with you and fill it up at Disney's Riviera Resort. The mugs have a chip in them that is valid for 2 weeks, so it should last the entire length of your vacation. It is an amazing bang for your buck. I love drinking the Powerade from them, especially after you are out in the heat all day, in the theme park all day, walking around all day. There's Powerade you can get. Some of them are the Coke freestyle machines, so there's a huge variety of things there. They also work for coffee and tea, hot chocolate in the morning, whatever your beverage choice is. There is nothing like the feeling of waking up in the morning, walking down to the food court with your refillable drink mug and filling it up with Resort Blend Joffrey's coffee. It's one of my favorite things. These resorts also have absolutely amazing immersive theming. Every Walt Disney World Resort hotel is detailed and themed to the max. Whether that be, you know, the big expansive Disney theming like you see at Disney Value Resort hotels, or the just really natural feeling of Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge or Disney's Wilderness Lodge, where you aren't having the Disney in your face, but you're still immersed in the theme of the resort. Cast members, of course, also make the resorts what they are. Knowing that you have cast members to depend on 24/7 in these Walt Disney World Resort hotels means so much to me, and is one of the main reasons I keep going back time and time again. Resort TV and Mickey Mouse cartoons. This is maybe more of a niche thing, but something I love is getting back from the theme parks or the pool and having Disney Mickey Mouse cartoons on in the background. Just turn the channel onto the Classic Cartoons channel and you can watch Disney cartoons pretty much all day, and I feel like that is what makes a Disney resort to me. Like, it's not a Disney resort until I've gone in and changed the TV to the Mickey Mouse shorts. So at every single Walt Disney World Resort hotel, you get a 30-minute early entry into the theme park. If you're staying at a Disney World Deluxe Hotel or Deluxe Villa, you get an extra couple hours in the theme park after they close on select nights. This can be really, really beneficial if you only have a couple days in the theme parks. I know one time I was in Magic Kingdom for the extra hours and there were like no wait times on the ride, and that was in the middle of summer in some of the really busy season. So there's definitely advantages with that, and it can be really, really valuable if you only have a limited amount of time in the parks to be able to expand that as much as possible, especially during the cooler hours of the day, in the morning and at night. We all know how hot it can be in Florida at like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. It is busy, it is hot. Why not go back to the pool and rest and then go back to the park later and spend the evening hours there when the lines are less and the heat is not as bad. Also, proximity and transportation. All the Walt Disney World Resort hotels are nearby to at least one of the theme parks. Animal Kingdom Lodge, of course, right around the corner from Animal Kingdom. Deluxe hotels are really, really close normally to the theme parks. You have the Contemporary, has a walking path to Magic Kingdom. The Beach Club Resort is just a few steps away from the International Gateway entrance to Epcot. And then you also have value resorts like Pop Century Art of Animation that have that Skyliner transportation. I, at one point, was standing in my hotel room at Pop Century back in 2021, standing in my hotel room at Pop Century. From the point that I left that hotel room to the point that I was standing inside of Hollywood Studios having scanned my Magic Band and everything was less than 10 minutes. And that's substantial for maximizing your time at the parks. And then of course that included transportation. There's been quite a few times that I've stayed off-site and I've had to take an Uber into the parks. And by the time I added that up, yes, the hotels off-site are maybe a little bit cheaper, but by the time I added in all those Uber costs, I was actually paying more money than I would have if I had stayed at a Walt Disney World on-site resort hotel. And I'm sure you already know that each Disney hotel is extremely different from one another. There's multiple different categories: value, moderate, deluxe, and deluxe villas. Each one of those has different things to offer Disney guests. Depending on what you're looking for in a vacation, what your budget is, the amenities that you personally really love, there's always something and a hotel that will be available to suit your needs. So just starting at value resorts, these are extremely budget-friendly hotels and hotels you can depend on. I know sometimes when you see budget-friendly off-property resorts, you don't necessarily know what you're getting yourself into. And not that it's going to be bad by any means, but there's that unpredictability element to it in some cases. Whereas if I'm staying at a Disney value resort, I know that I'm still getting that Disney quality service. I know I'm getting somewhere clean to sleep. I know I'm getting somewhere with Disney amenities, and there are things that I know I'm guaranteed, but for a very budget-friendly price. I also really love the way most of the value resort rooms are set up now. All of Disney's All-Star resorts and then also Disney's Pop Century Resort have one queen bed and one queen pull-down bed. When I do solo vacations, this is absolutely my top choice to stay at, because when I'm doing solo, I don't need 2 beds in a room and I really don't need a king bed all to myself. So having one queen bed and then one table essentially leaves so much more space in the room. I have a place that if I want to take the quick service from the resort back to my room, I have a wonderful place I can eat. There's just a lot of different options. The rooms just have, I find, a lot more flexibility for solo or even couple travelers, or even families. If you do need to use both beds, you can put one up during the day, which leaves you more room to spread out, and once again, that table you can use. I also love that there's different theming within the resort itself. So let's look at Disney's All-Star Movies Resort, for example. You walk in and there's the Fantasia section. You go off to the left and suddenly it's all themed Toy Story. You go off to the right, there's 101 Dalmatians. You keep going off to the right, you have the Mighty Ducks, and it just keeps going. There's every section has its own immersive theming within itself, which just leaves for endless possibilities really of the decor you can have. You can stay at the same Disney Valley Resort twice and have 2 completely different experiences. Both will be wonderful, but one day you're waking up with Toy Story every single day, and the next day you're at Pop Century and you're looking out the window and Lady and the Tramp are there. And then you take a walk to the food court and you're seeing the Jungle Book, and there's so many different theming elements to it. Kids especially love this, but even as an adult, I still love looking at all the giant sculptures of Disney characters and getting immersed in that. And then there's also the family suite option. I've stayed at the family suites at Art of Animation in the Lion King family suites, and these are amazing. The fact that they have 2 bathrooms is so beneficial. There's a separate bedroom for the parents, there's 2 pull-down beds, there's the pull-down table bed and then the pull-out sofa as well. There's a little kitchen area for families just looking for a space to spread out, who have larger families but still want to go somewhere on a budget. Really beneficial. Moderate resorts definitely have the most homey feel and homey vibes to me. I don't know why, there's just something about them that I enter and I always just feel like I am at home. Port Orleans French Quarter definitely is my home away from home. They always have a very slow pace to them. I always feel like I'm like moseying around and just always relaxed. At Port Orleans Riverside, you have the, you know, horse-drawn carriages that are sometimes walking past you. At Coronado Springs, the way the resort is built is it's essentially in like a big circle, and if you wanted to stay in like, you know, exit your room, hang out in the middle of the resort all day, you could go the entire day without having to see a car, which I think is awesome, and what a way to immerse yourself in it. Deluxe resorts also have some of the best proximity to the parks. We've already talked about the walking path to the Contemporary. At almost every Disney Deluxe resort, there's more than one transportation option besides buses. There's boats, there's the Skyliner access, there's so many different options. There's also so many more activities at Deluxe resorts and so many ways to entertain yourself without getting bored. Of course, there's a multitude of activities at every single Walt Disney World resort, but at Deluxe resorts specifically, there are endless possibilities of things to do. And one of the things included in that is more dining options. Every Deluxe resort has at least one table service restaurant, and then there's usually also some sort of like snack location, lounge location, place for you to just hang out and take in the atmosphere, people watch. Like I said, there's always something to do. And as for the villas, they are essentially a deluxe resort, but even better. One of my favorite things about the villa rooms particularly is the little mini kitchen area you have in studios or in 1-2 bedrooms, etc. You have a full kitchen. In a studio room particularly, most of the time you're looking at a very similar price to a regular room at a deluxe hotel, but what you're getting in addition to those sleeping areas is a little kitchenette area with a mini fridge, microwave, toaster, which can be really, really beneficial. If you want to, I don't know, pop a bag of popcorn one night, you can do that. If you want to buy a pack of bread or bagels and make toast or something in the mornings, you have the ability to do that. Also, having that separate sink area in the little kitchenette can be really beneficial too. There's a lot of options there. So that being said, what are my favorite Walt Disney World Resort hotels? Well, number one, we've already talked about this. I have Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter Resort. Everything about that resort makes my heart so happy. It's a small Disney resort. No matter where your room is, you're always within close proximity to the lobby. I love the beignets at the Scat Cat Cafe. I love the Scat Cat Lounge as well. Little live jazz music at night. The pool there is super fun, and then you also have access to the Port Orleans Riverside pools while you're staying there. It's right on the water, super close to Disney Springs. There's boat transportation actually to Disney Springs, and everything about the resort to me is so cozy and just feels like home. Second up, we have Disney's Yacht Club Resort, and I adored the Yacht Club for many reasons. The rooms were stunning. The pool, though, is the real seller for me. The main pool at Disney's Yacht Club Resort is shared with Disney's Beach Club Resort, and it is a sand bottom pool. There is like a little lazy river-ish area that you can swim around in. The area is just huge, like it's endless ability to explore. There's a 16+ hot tub there, which is really cool. An amazing water slide. It's just a wonderful, wonderful pool area. And then on top of that, Disney's Yacht Club Resort has one of my favorite table service locations at Ale and Compass. Ale and Compass Breakfast is one of my favorite breakfasts at Walt Disney World. You get an entree and a continental breakfast buffet. Included with that is a drink for a phenomenal price. Staying at Disney's Polynesian Resort was probably my third favorite resort that I've ever stayed at. I once again adored the pool area there. We went to Trader Sam's Grotto, which is the lounge. Amazing. All the food there is phenomenal. It smells amazing. And the rooms, the decoration in the rooms are all Moana themed, but in a very subtle, simple Disney way. It's not being thrown in your face. I find it very, very classy, very Polynesian themed. It's really, really wonderful. Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort is another one where you just have this laid-back feeling. Disney Saratoga Springs Resort is a villas resort, so every room there is a villa. I stayed at a deluxe studio villa when I was there, and the rooms are gorgeous. So it had one queen bed, and then in addition there was a pull-down queen bed that during the day was a sofa. There was tons of storage in the room. I loved it. The theming was so elegant, and I also felt like, although it's a big resort, I always felt close to everything. There were bus stops all around the resort. There were pools everywhere around the resort, and I've also had the chance to see and spend some time in a treehouse villa at the resort there. These are amazing 3-bedroom villas that are just stunning. It's literally like a cabin in the woods. It's so cool and amazing. Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge used to be lower on my list, but these last few years it has slowly worked its way up to one of my favorites and one of my go-tos, honestly, when I'm staying there. I am not one for a Savannah view, although that is an option. I'm definitely more one for a resort view. I love being able to look out at the pool or just the greenery around the resort. I've stayed at both Jamba House and Kidani Village, and both of them are wonderful. The pool area is amazing. The quick service option at Jamba House is wonderful. And then also huge shout out to Boma. Boma Breakfast, once again, I'm a huge breakfast person. Boma Breakfast, their buffet, is probably my favorite Disney breakfast buffet. The rooms were also renovated not too long ago and are gorgeous and stunning. There's so much room to spread out with a family, and all of them are located in very close vicinity to the main lobby, so you always have access to all the amenities really close by. Now, I did not put a value resort on this list. I do stay at value resorts probably the most, even though the others are higher on my list, just because they are, of course, that more budget-friendly option. So when I am doing a longer stay, I will go to a value resort. And my favorite value resort is Disney's Art of Animation Resort. The theming at Disney's Art of Animation Resort is in-your-face Disney in the best way possible. Each section of the resort is so intricately themed, you feel like you were just immersed in that movie. The Cars section, I feel like I'm in Radiator Springs. The Finding Nemo section, the pool there is 0 entry, and they have a little splash pad with all the Finding Nemo characters for kids, which is so cute. The Lion King section, as you're walking through, you're kind of walking through the story of the film. You look up and there's Simba, Pumbaa, and Timon like all on the log walking across. You turn the corner and Scar's there just like perched on the thing. And then the Little Mermaid section as well has some of the best theming with all the little props from the movie. There's a giant dingle hopper, you can see the statue of Prince Eric, Ariel, King Triton, and then each of those rooms too follow the theme. So the Cars area has Cars themed rooms. Nemo area has Nemo rooms, Lion King area has Lion King rooms, and Little Mermaid area has Little Mermaid rooms. So each time you stay at the resort, if you're staying in a different section, you're getting a completely different energy. The quick service there is also one of my absolute favorites. They did get rid of, and I still mourn this to this day, the create your own pasta option, but the energy is so good there. And the food has been absolutely delicious every single time I've eaten there. They have some of the best resort merchandise. The lobby itself is so thought out. As you enter, you start seeing sketches of Disney characters. As you continue down, the sketches start getting color to them. They start getting more detailed. There's colors just everywhere. And there was so much thought and energy put into this Disney Resort Hotel. I will never get over it, and that is why it is my favorite. Okay, now let's talk food. Anywhere in Walt Disney World has amazing food options. I don't think I've eaten at one place in Walt Disney World that I can say is bad. Nothing comes to mind. There's really no bad food at Walt Disney World, but there are a few that I love the most. First off, coffee. I'm a huge fan of Disney Resort Blend coffee, as we know, but sometimes I like myself a little fancy latte. And for that, I love to go to Riviera. I believe it's called Le Petit Cafe. It's located right off the lobby. One of my favorite things used to be to go to the Riviera, get a coffee, and then take the Skyliner over to Epcot. Already talked quick service, Art of Animation quick service is just elite. For snacks, a lot of Walt Disney World Resort hotels have really specialty quick service locations for snacks. So of course we have Dole Whip at Disney's Polynesian Resort. We have the tie-dye cheesecake at Disney's Pop Century Resort. Beignets at Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter Resort. So many different options. Pool bar, I have to give a shout out to the Gurgling Suitcase at Disney's Old Key West Resort. This resort pool bar is so popular that they have merchandise for it in the gift shop. That's how good it is. That is how much the DVZ guests that usually stay there love this pool bar. They have a lot of specialty drinks that are delicious. It's worth it to mention next door you can also get key lime Dole Whip. So good. The pool bar there really is elite. And the best lounges, we have Trader Sam's at Disney's Polynesian Resort, as we've already talked about. It is an interactive bar. It's really cool. And then Abracadabra Bar is another one of my favorites. It is old magician themed, really cool, and they have some amazing beverages there too. As for amenities, best pool hands down goes to Disney's Yacht and Beach Club resorts. Sand bottom, huge, we've talked about this a little bit already, it's amazing. However, the best water slide goes to Disney's Old Key West Resort. I will say I've never had a water slide knock me off my feet the way that one did. I went on it over and over again, I'm not lying to you. It literally, when it shoots you out the bottom, it flips you over. It is awesome. The best quiet pool, if you're looking for something a little more relaxed, is located at Disney's Riviera Resort, in my opinion. There's a lot of loungers there. It is like a flat edge pool, so there's no like lip, like the pool is just at the edge. You can look out onto the water and the Skyliner. It's so peaceful and just tranquil. And the best rainy day activities at a pool, sometimes if there's a rainy day, maybe you don't want to go to the theme parks, all of the villas have kids rooms that are included. So although there are some activities there that cost extra, there is usually some sort of clubhouse room where you can go watch movies. I'm thinking of the one at Disney's Boardwalk right now where they had video games for free. There was like a pinball machine there that was also free that you could play. There's Disney Recreation cast members there also, and so many activities that you can do at these rooms, and those are located at the villas. Some of them have movie rentals. Like, the possibilities are just endless. As for the rooms themselves, every single room at a Disney resort has had ample storage space. No doubt about that. Having a double sink I think is really beneficial in moderate, deluxe, and villa resorts. Value resorts only have single sinks in the bathroom, but the bathrooms, no matter where you are, have ample storage. There's under bed storage pretty much everywhere. Storage is never an issue at a Disney resort. My laptop just died with my notes and my camera is blinking red, so we'll be back. As for the best room, I would say that goes to Disney's Polynesian Resort, hands down. We've talked about this a little bit already. The room is super spacious, the colors are amazing, it has really subtle Disney Moana touches, but also really fits the theme of the resort. And finally, my own Walt Disney World Resort hotel room tips. Bring your own shampoo and conditioner, especially conditioner. Disney's H2O products sometimes work awesome on people's hair. My hair, not so much. So I always bring my own conditioner. They have sea salt in them, which for some people's hair thrives, and for some people's hair really damages it. So I always like to bring my own conditioner. If you're looking for a specific area of a resort, first off, make sure you're using a Disney Vacation Planner, because they can give those requests right to Disney. They'll wait on hold for you so you don't have to. Also check out touring plans. They have an amazing room finder that is free that allows you to see the room view from every single Walt Disney World Resort hotel. A question I got in the little Instagram box I did is best photo spots. Hands down, Disney's All-Star Resorts. We have already covered how each section is a different theming, so there are so many different photo opportunities. These resorts really were built for those photo ops. A lot of people ask me on Instagram what's the best resort, and the answer to that is it's different for everyone, and I cannot tell you what's the best and what's the worst Disney resort, because first off, I don't think there is a worst one, but every person has different likes that they like to have on a vacation, different requirements, different necessities, different needs. Every family is different. A family of 4 with 2 little kids is going to be different than a family of 4 with 2 teenagers, or just a solo traveler, or just a couple. Everyone has different needs, and that's why I can't give you a best Disney resort. But I hope this video did tell you a little bit more about Walt Disney World Resort hotels and my opinions on them. Like I said, all my information is down below. If you are looking to book a Disney vacation anytime soon, I would be more than happy to help you plan that vacation. So thank you so much for watching, and have a magical rest of your day.